With College Football 25 coming out in a few short months in July, I wanted to go over some of the biggest problems that I see happening with this game. Obviously, AAA games are never ever perfect. There's always going to be problems, and we're kind of blinded by, bliss of it coming out. But I wanted to kind of face the truth, and here are my predictions for the biggest flaws in College Football 25. First up is something probably a lot of you guys could have predicted. It's just the amount of microtransactions. Obviously, we haven't seen anything about it yet, but there's a very high chance that Ultimate Team will just be completely pay to win, like, Madden and some of these other games like, NHL and MLB, where you can get good players without spending money, but the by far easiest way is to just dig into your wallet a little bit and bring out the credit card and buy, stubs or coins or whatever it is that's going to be in College Football 25. And we've seen even in recent weeks that EA is becoming more and more greedy, and it just becomes harder and harder to believe that they're going to be like this saint of a game where there's not too many, pay to win and actually balanced. Obviously, I'm just hoping that they keep it to Ultimate Team, because if they leave Road to Glory and Dynasty alone, that's fine by me, because I wasn't really planning on going into Ultimate Team all that much anyway. But if they do start to expand pay to win, maybe in later versions once they have us hooked, that's going to be a serious problem, and I could definitely see it as one of the biggest problems that is going to be in College Football 25. A lot of people have already complained about this before it even comes out, so I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see, but just cross our fingers that there's not too much pay to win, I guess. Similar to the last one, this one is gameplay too similar to Madden, and a lot of people also have complained about this before it even comes out. I know the devs and other people surrounding the game have said, oh yeah, it's nothing like NCAA 14, it's nothing like Madden, it's like this complete new game, whatever it is, but you can't really deviate that far, because when you look at NCAA 14 versus, Madden 13 or Madden whenever it came out back then, they probably had somewhat similar gameplay, but when you look at Madden 24 versus NCAA 14, they're obviously going to have very different gameplay. So I think it's hard to say that, this new game is going to have so much different gameplay. So if it is similar to Madden, people are going to hate. And we've said before that it is on Frostbite, which is the same engine, and the people were very disappointed, to say the least, when they released that information. But on the other hand, it still could be a fun game. It's still football and it's still college. So at the end of the day, if it plays like Madden, we're still going to put up with it and play it, or at least I am. Now, this next one is kind of broad and could apply to a wide variety of games, but I'm worried that there's not going to be enough depth in College Football 25. And I know they've built this game basically from the ground up over the past, 1 or 2 years, but they need to have at least some stuff that we can, go into for a long time and have a lot of fun playing, and not just kind of skim over the surface and then be like, all right, we're done, because there's nothing else to see. We don't want to wait until College Football 26 to get some more of the good features, like a good recruiting program and stuff like that. We want it now, because they've had, I think, enough time. If they put enough effort and money and resources into building this game, they should have it completely ready by College Football 25. And maybe I'm getting ahead of myself and I'm asking too much of EA Sports, because I know they have plenty of other games to worry about, but I feel like you as well as me just hope that this game is actually full of features and not just a surface level cash grab to get our $70 and run with it. Now, the last flaw I have in this video was supposed to be its own standalone video, but it ended up not being long enough, but just bear with me, so here it is. As many of you guys have probably seen by now, Travis Hunter was just leaked as one of the cover athletes for College Football 25. That being said, today I wanted to cover why I think Colorado as a whole will be the biggest flaw of all of College Football 25. So let's just get straight into it as I try to explain myself, so don't click away yet. Now, for the longest time, Colorado has been kind of this nobody program. That is until obviously Coach Prime showed up on the scene about 2 or 3 years ago. I don't remember exactly, and brought with him his own son Shedeur Sanders, Shiloh Sanders, and Travis Hunter from Jackson State, where he would start this new, D1 football program, FBS, at Colorado, which had gone like 1-11 the year before. However, there was so much hype, and they ended up kind of falling flat. I think they went about 5-7 or 4-8, even after taking in all these transfers and Coach Prime talking about how he's going to, start up this brand new program at Colorado. Now this fall they continue to get more and more transfers as Coach Prime tries to cement himself as one of the great coaches in college football. They have just as much, if not more, hype than they did last year, and that's where College Football 25 comes into play. Obviously we just saw that Travis Hunter is a cover athlete, and seeing as he's from a 5-7 school, this is very surprising if it wasn't Colorado, if you can kind of understand what I'm getting at here. Obviously, I think that Travis Hunter is a crazy good player, but is he really that good that he should be a cover athlete when his team is not that great around him? I believe that for this College Football 25 game, Colorado is going to probably be a top 10 rated team, and they definitely should not be rated that high. But the thing about EA is, and I mentioned this in a previous video, is that they play into the hype and they play into the trends because they know their player base wants to have a good team when they log in with Colorado, and I don't really blame them for it because it is a video game at the end of the day, and they have complete control how people see, different ratings for different teams. But I do think that Colorado will probably be somewhere, 90, 91 overall team when they should be probably about a 75 overall. Obviously, I mentioned before, but Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter, yeah, they deserve high ratings because they're good players and all that stuff, but I just feel like everyone on Colorado is going to have an inflated, rating just for the fact of that they're a trendy team and EA wants to boost up their stats. Now, obviously, I could just be talking and they're going to, have a great season in the Big 12 this year, but if they do go 5-7 again, I think EA is quietly going to, downgrade their ratings a bunch. Once, that initial hype kind of wears off in July and August where, they haven't played a game and they're still 90 overall. But after that, I think they're definitely going to start dropping if they have a bad season. And it's all ifs, it's all speculation. I say that a lot because obviously I can't predict the future, but I'm just saying this is what I think is going to happen. One other thing I forgot to mention is that, the coaches aren't going to be in College Football 25, so Coach Prime will not even be in the game, which I think will be kind of, hard for EA Sports to not put, his face everywhere in Colorado and all that stuff. But I think it'll shift more of the hype towards the players, which is another reason why they might have a huge overall boost when the game comes out, as they want these, faces of the whole entire college football league as a whole. It's going to be Travis Hunter and Shedeur Sanders. And there it is. I know I talk a lot and I make a lot of predictions, and you guys don't necessarily agree with them all the time, and that's fine. Go ahead and comment and say I'm completely wrong. Colorado's going 12-0, all this stuff. The gameplay's not going to be like Madden. Feel free to do that, but I'm just saying this is what I think is going to happen, and hopefully it comes true. And that's another video in the books. Hope you enjoyed if you did watch this far, and I hope to see you in the next one. I'll see you guys.